Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another FIFA 17 Champions League episode. Now, before I started this, I had another one that was the exact same, that it kind of cut off on me, so by the way, just to catch you guys up on what happened 12 minutes ago, before YouTube cut off me and deleted all my stuff. Well, Tigres lost to the Montreal Impact 1-0, and now we're at game 2, so you guys are only getting 5 games because YouTube wanted to be a douche to me and cut my stream off right in the middle of it. So unfortunately, you can't see the first match of 6, and so we'll just go from 2 to 5 at that point. And I believe I forgot to turn it off and put it back to 6. 6 minutes instead of 4-minute games. So I figured, I guess, you know, it's fair that they both get 4 minutes and then go back to 6, so that's fair enough.
Welcome to today's game.
Well, this should be interesting. Cool. And so, yep, we're in game 2 of 6 here, pretty much, because we missed the first game because YouTube wanted to be a douchebag. But Montreal Impact does lead on the scoreboard. Montreal Impact does lead on the scoreboard. 3 points to 0 on everybody else. Just keep that in mind. So, yeah. Let's keep this one going, and I know we should be at a corner here. Here we go. Oh. But yeah, I will not be talking as much, honestly. My throat is killing me here. I have been feeling the effects as of late. So just something to keep in mind. Actually, no, I think we're going to keep this group for 4 minutes and the rest of the group for 4 minutes, actually. I think it's a smart idea. NYCFC has been in the paint, in the box for so long. Wowzers. Corner here for Toronto FC. That was close.
Here is Lampa. Some potential in this move.
That could have been so huge for NYCFC, but some great defending from Toronto FC. Again, great defending from Toronto FC, really keeping the heat away from their side there. Yeah, I really don't know how long this series is going to be. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is replaying. And honestly, trying to replay for you guys what happened in game 1 of 6. And that's what we're going to do, even though Montreal Impact Yeah, no, Montreal Impact won 1-0 against Tigres. I'm not going to replay that one because I'm not doing that. It's too much right there. Too much work. That sounds really lazy of me, but you know what? It is the absolute truth. Because then the outcome may not be the same. The goal scored is going to be similar. Toronto FC now leads 1-0 against NYCFC with that goal. Can you imagine if both Canadian teams, one from Toronto, one from Montreal, actually advance to the Champions League? How insane would that be? The country of Canada would be on their feet.
He's tucked it away. Well out of the goalkeeper's reach. I'd love to see that. Don't have to whack it from that kind of position. Just side foot it home. So the first goal is 1-0. And now Lampard. To Harrison. Could be dangerous. Made the challenge well.
Just notice the gaining that increase right there. This is game 1. This is game 2 of 6 actually. Again, the first game got wrecked and lost and footage thanks to YouTube. Really getting at it though, so that much, and now we got 2 minutes at a time.
When it broke down, now they've got to try and regain possession. Here is Lampard. There's good progress with this attack.
Got Allen. Harrison trying to go for the cross there, just didn't work. I mean, 3 minutes at a time. Whoops, that's a 2. That's in the first half, folks. We're going straight into the second half.
I think the coach will be considering his options on the bench.
But yeah, folks, so what's going to happen here is what I was saying in episode, and the episode that got deleted of the first game. Tigres at home taking on Montreal Impact, where Montreal Impact would win 1-0. Was that after next week we're going to have a little bit of a different schedule. For of course, as you guys know, is no more. We're not doing any more on that at all. I was thinking about trying to incorporate Battlefield 1 for a little bit, and now we're tied 1-1 thanks to that incredible goal by Lampard. But what like I was saying is that at the moment right now we it's hard to say. At the moment right now we're not really. Technically right now at the moment, Fall 4 is done. I was thinking about incorporating Battlefield 1 for a little bit, because I don't really have a 4th game that I want. Normally I like to have 4 games, but I know I have a mini series coming up for like Madden, so that's going to come up soon. Definitely keep that in mind. I know that. Let's see. I know that, as you guys know, we've got W2K18 videos coming out. In a week and change, we're gonna have the W2K18 coming onto our channel. So you know that's gonna be huge. We're also gonna have UFC 3 because I'm gonna keep the UFC series going coming on. I really do enjoy UFC 3. I think it's been fun. FIFA 17 is going to stay where it is at the moment. I really do enjoy FIFA 17. We'll probably get FIFA 18 in the middle of the year. But really the big thing is the installments of the 4th game. I may keep Battlefield 1. I'm not really sure at the moment. So that's just something to definitely look forward to. Again, those of you who were watching my original first episode of Group I, in which Montreal Impact defeated Tigres, you know, Montreal Impact right now has 3 points, but it's because of what happened with YouTube, and they cut off my stream. I don't have that footage. So, yeah, instead of 6 games, you're getting 5 here today, so Sorry, but at least you guys were told what happened during that game, so booyah. That counts for something, right?
He's coming forward with some danger.
Goodness gracious. God, the guy got wrecked. A throw in here for NYCFC. Call for the champions. Oh, never mind. Again, folks, this is to qualify for the Champions League. Right now, Montreal Impact from Canada is in first place with 3 points. They defeated Tigres 1-0. Right now, we have a tie game between Toronto and NYCFC. Again, losses, you definitely don't want to have them here. It just almost completely hinders your chances of advancing. Oh, here we go. Now thrown for Toronto FC. Not what NYCFC. Not what NYCFC wants here. Oh my God! There's so many letters that go into that. Holy moly! Whoa! It's gonna be huge. Oh! And that's gonna be a corner now for Toronto FC. Can they try to take the lead here? Toronto FC trying to do everything they can to get it back. They do actually. I don't know what they try to do there. And that's going to be so huge for Toronto FC as they got another corner here. Can they try to take the lead here? Kicks it up on... Whoa! A penalty kick. Definitely a penalty kick. Exactly right there. Some... Wow, I don't know what the hell you call that. That is definitely dirty.
Well, they'll take that so late in the game. This could be the winner.
There's out the man for the penalty kick. Can he gets... No! He doesn't! And now another corner. Toronto FC might have choked on the opportunity to take 3 points here away from NYCFC. And they have one final headed opportunity, and the goalkeeper counts it 3 minutes at a time. Can NYCFC try to make a miracle goal in the final seconds of the game? Or will Toronto FC take the draw? They need to work quicker than this up, and it's going to stay a draw, folks. We're tied 1-1 here. Both teams will get a point. Next game we got for you folks is Toronto FC taking on Tigres. Toronto FC taking on Tigres. And the match is a draw. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that, because that's a very long time right there. And now let's go on to Toronto FC taking on Tigres, the team that has already lost a game to Montreal. So this is going to be quite interesting. Whoops, let's go this way, it's actually easier. Tigres in the game that unfortunately nobody saw because YouTube wanted to be such a douche to me and cut off my stream right in the middle of it as they lost to... Oh boy, this will be interesting. Oh, I'm done. Really? Really? Oh, goodness. We're done. I hate that one. Let's get straight to this one, folks. I'm keeping this one at 4 minutes because again, the first game was 4 minutes, and then we'll go back to 6 minutes for the final 3 groups. Just to make it fair.
Way down the wing, keeping the wide attack going. Well, they're in a good position here. Cross coming in now. Crossing is a skill.
And now Tigres the only team that has 0 points after game 1.
The promise of that attack.
If they lose here, I can guarantee that they're finished. I can almost guarantee they're finished. Not completely, but almost. Tigres needs to bounce back from that loss they suffered at the hands of Montreal Impact.
There is some backup for him in this position. Here's the cross. That's a shame.
Cross line too much in another corner for Toronto, for Tigres. Easy save for the goalkeeper.
A wasted cross.
trying to use the full width of the pitch here.
Exactly, that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Well, they're building steadily here, working away.
To be huge for Tigres. Oh, and a good save. Now corner here for Tigres. Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick here for Toronto FC. Toronto FC takes another draw here. It's going to be quite interesting because NYC FC faces the team who has 3 points already in Montreal Impact next. Alright, so we got here is we're really working it up right now. Alright. Tigres not really doing much at the moment. Oh, he had the opportunity. Oh, if he would have went, if the man who had the ball there would have went, cut into a little bit of a curve and went right in the middle of the box right there, he could have easily shot that and potentially scored to put his team up 1-0, as he had an open lane and did not take it at all. Now this is another open lane. Oh!
I'm sure he would have thought that was going to bulge in the back of the net. Not quite, no. Sebastian Jovinko. Here's Pizarro.
This would be huge for this man right here. And a really horrific pass there. I really don't know what the heck that was. Alright, Osorio here.
To Osorio.
Alright, he's working this one up. Trying to go for the cross. There's no one there. Now throw in here for Tigres. Alright, so Toronto FC really trying to work it up here. Trying to disarm. Three minutes of added time here. What's up, Colombian Legacy? How's it going, bro? Thanks for stopping by, man. And that is the end of the first half. Let's go straight to the second half, folks. And as you guys know, because of what happened with the altercation with YouTube there, as we weren't able to see Tigres lose to Montreal Impact 1-0. So instead of having 6 games, I had 5. I add that definitely Colombian Legacy. I got you. Whenever I finish this live stream, I will definitely sub to you. And yeah, I've got you, bro. Right now, Tigres need to win this game, try to put them back in contention for an opportunity to advance to the Champions League. Now, we've seen Chelsea get eliminated, we've seen Manchester City get eliminated, we saw a sudden death match between Man U and Man City, that Man U intentionally knocked out Man City, of course. We saw Tottenham swipe their series, we've seen underdogs come in and advance to the Champions League. Arsenal shocked the world as one of the first teams to advance to Champions League. I thought they'd be the first ones to be eliminated. RC Wagner finally did something right for his damn club. The cross come in here, and defensively gets stopped with ease. And Toronto FC regaining possession there from A little bit of sloppy play there from, the former attacker for Tigres. Now, I've realized some of Tigres, though, is that they're very sound defensively. They're amazing. Offensively, they're just really, really bad. This is FIFA 17 at Colombian League. I mean, Legacy. I keep saying League, I don't know why. Really works up there. Tigres, this is a great attack. Hopefully they don't squander an opportunity here. He takes the shot, and that's completely gone. Goal kick here for Toronto FC. Remember, folks, we have NYCFC, Toronto FC, Tigres, and the Montreal Impact in this group. I do have PS4 at Colombian Legacy, I do. So Toronto FC getting very lucky there of having the football go right back to them. I think this is the first game of the 3 I've seen so far. Well, you guys have only seen 2, but I've seen 3. Because YouTube wanted to be a big turd. What do you mean my account? What's up, Ralph? Goal kick here for good old Tigres. Next game we got for folks is NYC, I believe, away here. Yep, NYC will be away taking on Montreal Impact at home. That's the next game we got for you. Oh, okay, yeah, just give me 1 second at Colombian Legacy. Actually, I believe there's a guy in here who always, for some reason, types in my PSN.
Well, this is the time where the managers really earn their money. It's going to be an alteration.
That's substitution there for Toronto FC. This could be very big for them.
On the attack here. Shots up!
Oh, that was so close there. Now another goal kick here. And thank you, ICW Off the Podcast, for typing that in, because yeah. And you got 2 minutes of bad time. Can I try to score the goal? Oh! Believe right there that's going to be 0-0 in a tie here. And by the way, folks, this group stage is getting 4 minutes only because I messed up with game 1. I forgot to put it back to 6 minutes because I was playing not too long ago with a friend, and we put the 4. That is a tie there, folks. Now on to the next game. Now this is going to be probably one of the quickest qualifying episodes we've had, just because it's on 4 minutes instead of 6. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Montreal, there you go. Like, whoops, I went way too far. Montreal and now NYCFC. Those are some pretty cool jerseys, but you have to, well, yeah, you're going to have to use those jerseys. Let's keep it going. Here we go. I think I just got this one. That should be good enough. You kidding me, right? Dang it. This should be good enough. Gah, okay, we're done. Game 4, I believe, game 3 of 5 here. I put this one in here. And folks, if you haven't already, definitely do subscribe to Bill Vink off the game on YouTube for some intense FIFA 17 action. Yes, this is on PS4.
Quite a bit of protection, haven't they? They have. They should have more than enough. They're all good defenders in their own right, but in front of them.
And right now, that tie for Tigres just put them back into a potential spot to advance the Champions League. If NYCFC loses, it's gonna be 1-1 for that second place spot there. If Montreal wins, it's still going to be quite the interesting situation here. And if it's a tie, well, then every spot is up for grabs from us. Because remember, folks, the top 2 teams of 4 will advance to the Champions League, and then they'll compete in an actual kind of season-like thing where there's 24 teams. You play those, each one of them at one time, and the top 8 teams, in terms of point system-wise, at the end of that season, will advance to the playoffs, and then the 8 teams will compete to see who is the winner and who will win the Champions League trophy. So that's pretty much how that's going to work. Got Tigres here, yep. No, at Colombian League I'm not. I mean Legacy I'm not. I play the actual Champions League, not the Champions League qualifiers.
Neatly done.
Moving forward with some danger to the opposition now they're here.
Alrighty.
Nicely worked until that point when it broke down. Now they've trying to regain possession.
Here we go. Let's see what they got here. Montreal. Whoops. 2 Canadian teams, 1 American team, 1 Mexican team are in this group, representing their respected countries. Did he really just walk all the way? You did. You what?
Wasting of time in that situation.
Got NYCFC here. Let's position, see what they can do with it. And again, much apologies about the first game. I'll put that in the title description, not in the title description, comment, or the thing where you read all the information after the title, whatever that's called down there, which just started streaming this long time ago. I'll put that in where game 1 got cut by YouTube, so you guys couldn't see it, unfortunately. I mean, that one get launched all the way over there. All right. Some long passing we're seeing here. Now the cross in the corner, the header. Well, it's God. It's not my day today. Not my day today. The shot. Oh, goal! At Colombian League, when I finish the live stream, I will. Live stream ain't done yet. I mean Legacy, whoops. 1-0 Montreal Impact. If they score 6 points, that right there is going to be super sweet for Toronto FC, who has 2 points, and Tigres. That gives them a life. That gives them an opportunity here to try to capitalize.
Looking good this move. And the cross is in.
Cross comes in, goalkeeper easily catches that.
Goalkeeper. Donatello. Little private game between the 2 of them. Donatello.
So Montreal Impact was going to have goal number 2 right there.
Referee decision, 2 minutes.
Alrighty, well, regardless of what there, that was an interesting half. 1-0 here, Montreal Impact. But remember, folks, once we get into the actual like playoffs, I'm gonna put them to. I'm gonna either keep it to 4 minutes. The actual season, I'm gonna keep it to either 4 minutes, like we have right now, or keep it or put it back to 6 minutes. But I know that the rest of the qualifiers will be 6 minutes. The only reason why this one had 4 was because I messed up and thought it was 6 minute halves, but it was actually 4 for this group. So group J, K, and L will have 6 minute halves instead of 4. Just keep that in mind. Quite the interesting game we've seen here so far, ladies and gentlemen. And I see really work puts to be huge. Goal! We're tied 1-1, folks.
There's going to be a substitution. It's for the away team. Carried on. Further forward by Drogba.
And remember, folks, that I am sick, so talking is very tiresome right now. I think honestly, when you talk for over like 30 minutes, you kind of get like exhausted, and you're like, whoa. As has happened to me here. Oh, he choked.
Trying to get themselves into position to take the lead. 20 minutes now remaining.
What's up, VFB Stuttgart? How's it going, man?
We're watching a very evenly contested game here. Neither side being able to dominate the ball.
By the way, that's a very great club in the Bundesliga.
People that keep hold of the football. We have seen that today.
Oh, off the crossbar. How heartbreaking would have that been for Montreal if that would have actually connected? Alright, here you go. Got 10 minutes left in this game, and the next game we got for folks is Montreal Impact. Actually, no, we've got Toronto. Next game we got for folks is Tigres versus NYCFC. That is next. So that's going to be quite interesting. And then the final one is Montreal Impact at home taking on Toronto FC. So that's going to be quite interesting. Wait a minute, Montreal. Oh. That could have been extremely huge for Montreal in the closing moments of this game. As we got 2 minutes of added time here. Close, but that's it, folks. We are tied once again.
Regulation time with the scores level.
quite the interesting games we've had so far with these 4 minutes. I really should have kept them at 4 minutes for the entire series. But next year, when I get whenever I get FIFA 18 in the middle of the year coming up, I will definitely have it 4-minute quarters, because 4-minute halves are just so much easier to maneuver around them. But the next thing we got for folks is Tigres in their final game. They are 0-2, I believe. No, they're 0-1. So a win here could potentially put them in, and they could knock out competition. I completely missed Mexico. Where is it? There you go. Yikes! I was like, where's Mexico? Because I cannot find it. And it's NYCFC. NYCFC needs to win this one. Both teams need to win this one, if I had to be in all honesty with you, if they want a shot at advancing to the Champions League. This is anyone's game right now. Anyone can knock out anyone. Anyone can take out somebody else. That's how intense this is right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is anyone and anyone's game, absolutely. In this group. At the final 2 games, folks.
They should have more than enough. They're all good defenders in their own right, but in front of them they've got players who are going to be working really hard. They could be a front, but we'll wait and see. This is an exercise in patience. They try to get an open.
Let's see what NYCFC's got here. Remember, folks, our first game, because technically we should have had 6 games in this episode. As you guys know, every episode for the qualifiers we have 6 matches. But because YouTube wanted to be a turd to me, and they cut my thing off right at the end of game 1, which was Tigres at home taking on the Mon-Tues Impact, which Tigres wound up losing 1-0 to the Mon-Tues Impact. It cut off and canceled the video. And so we don't have that footage of that game, but that's okay, because you want to know why? We will just you guys have heard what happened, so we're going to go off of that and call it there. To be honest with you. Wow. Oh, all I'll say that is wow.
Jose Francisco Torres. Sosa. Well to keep the ball. And it will go into the middle now. It's a very weak cross from a very good position.
That was very close there with that shot.
Corner given. Here comes the cross. Keeper comes and claims it, and no great risk.
Oof, alright, so see what's going on here.
Comes in with a tackle.
You know, it's funny, so much online for these teams in game 4 or 5 here.
Left the ball in. Defender to it first. Corner to come now.
Both teams want to beat the other here. At that point, it would give them a chance to actually qualify or advance into the Champions League. So a tie here puts Tigres out of the running, eliminates them from this qualifying stage. A tie here puts NYC technically in second place, but then they'd have to hope that Montreal defeats Toronto. Quite the stuff we got here, folks. Here we go. They're going for the cross. Very risky one. Oh, wow.
Good position. They've worked this attack very well. Quite a dangerous position now. Well, they've been thwarted here. That's a sign of better things to come. And there's going to be a minimum of 3 minutes to be played at added time. Jimenez. Probing away.
Alright, that's because... oh.
Got a free kick here. Edging forward the wall. They've covered it well defensively.
3 minutes of added time. Uh-oh.
That's going to be a free kick.
That's into that first half, folks. Going to the next half of this game, folks.
So the second half is underway. Room for improvement, shall we say?
Yeah, room for improvement from both sides. I'd actually have to highly agree with you on that one. Oh, wow. Some dirty playing there, absolutely.
Good forward play from them. Now, what is the referee going to do here?
Alright, to find out what the referee's about to do here. Kicks it off, and oh, from that free kick.
Free kicks from long range. That was a bit more than a sighter, wasn't it? It wasn't bad, although he is getting some...
Well, hell, we can say that again.
The away team want to make a change. Well to keep the ball. There is some backup for him in this position.
They're really trying to push this one up. NYCFC, oh, great block for the goal. Wait a minute. The shot gets blocked again. They got to be very careful, NYCFC. They've got to be very, very careful. Now they got to put some throw in here for NYCFC. And they lose possession just like that. It's now Tigres on the attack. NYCFC on the attack. It's going to be a free kick here. Tigres playing a little bit dirty there. They know how much is on the line here. Been so beneficial for him. The header. Oh, good save the goalkeeper. He's about to kick it away, I believe, right? No, he's going to throw it away. Okay. This could be huge for Tigres. Oh, they choked on the opportunity. They absolutely choked on the ultimate opportunity. That's going to bite them. That's going to haunt them. Wow. Both of these teams in a must-win situation. A win here will put them right where they need to be.
When they lose it, as they've done now, just a risk that they might get caught out. Pizarro. Pizarro. Torres.
There's going to be a substitution. It's for the away team. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. That's good support.
Great block there from NYCFC to stop Tigres from shooting that, because that could have been a goal right there. Is Tigres going to be the first team eliminated from the group stage? From Group I qualifiers here. Tigres now with the corner. NYC intercepts them. This could be huge for them. They've got time taken away. They definitely don't want to tag them. That's to put them on the hot seat with the Toronto FC. Because if you think about it, if NYCFC ties and Montreal loses to Toronto, the Montreal Impact will still advance because they have more points. We got 3 minutes about a time here. If Tigres wins, then they get to knock out both teams, because even if Montreal does win, then Montreal knocks out Toronto and Tigres and Montreal. If Montreal ties, it'd be Montreal and Tigres. And that's it, folks. We end this one at a tie game. Not too good for Tigres here. They're gone from the tournament. They know it's all over. How heartbreaking is that? But NYCFC still has some hope here, if you will. Got on to what should potentially be the final game of this group stage. Definitely something you just want to keep that in mind here as we go to the United States specifically. As we've got the Montreal Impact at home, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. No, Toronto FC is actually at home for this one. Okay. The Montreal Impact. This should be a good one, folks. Boom. Rolls it in. Oh, come on. Listen, as we get on with this one, folks, this is game 5 of 5 here. Really should be game 6 of 6, but oh well. If Toronto ties, we'll go to a sudden death match with Toronto FC and NYCFC that there will have to be a winner in. So that's just something in mind. And then you will actually be getting 6 games. So I guess we'll be making up for one of them. Oh, that was quite intense there. Looking at Tigres here, they've officially been eliminated from this tournament. Thanks for coming, Tigres. They said those losses, man, they hurt you. Tigres found that out the hard way.
Maybe these 2 guys might have an influence on it if they're absolutely on top of their game.
Yeah, these are the kind of players that you pay the big bucks to because they're match winners, they're game changers. So interesting to see if that happens here.
This could be a real break now.
This could be a real break for Toronto here.
Numbers upfield.
Try to go for that. Oh my God, that might just played right perfectly into them. And Toronto just might have cost themselves an easy goal there. Can they get this one in? Oh, it bounced in! Goal! As Toronto FC now leads 1-0 against the Montreal Impact in the first 14 minutes of the game.
Right at the side of the goal.
Remember, folks, Montreal Impact, they can afford to lose this one. Toronto FC has to win this one if they want to avoid a sudden death match with NYCFC. Remember, folks, NYCFC has 3 points, Toronto has 2. If they tie with Montreal, they have to play NYCFC again in the sudden death match. If they win, they will be advancing to the Champions League with the Montreal Impact, and 2 Canadian teams will be advancing to the Champions League. How crazy would that be, ladies and gentlemen, that the 2 Canadian teams knock out the team from Mexico and the team from the United States? How intense is that? How off the hook is that? Just blows my mind that could be a possibility. Absolutely just shocking to me. I would have never put these 2 Canadian teams. I thought they were both going to lose to Montreal and NYCFC, and that right now is not, and that NYCFC and Tigres were going to advance. And Tigres is eliminated, and NYCFC may be eliminated too. It's just a matter of seconds here, a matter of minutes. It's mind-boggling, honestly. It's crazy. It's crazy thinking about it. It really is.
It's good work between these 2. Moved around nicely here with this passing game.
The game here. Oh, goal number 2. Goal! As Toronto FC now leads 2-0 against the Montreal Impact. That should be good enough to advance. And I don't think Montreal is going to be scoring 2 goals right now to that much. But I believe we're looking at the 2 teams that will be advancing to the Champions League right here in this final game. Montreal pretty much is locked. Montreal will advance, guaranteed no matter what happens here. Toronto, though, man, oh man. Talk about crazy, 2 Canadian teams will be advancing. I can't believe it. I really thought Tigres and NYCFC were going to be the 2 teams that would advance. Like, I'm really stunned right now. You have no idea.
With a tackle.
Quite the start, quite this freaking series these qualifiers have been. We haven't even gotten to the actual Champions League. That's the crazy part.
Got the sympathy in this match, I think. He understands it. They're playing on.
That could have been goal number 3, and I'm like, wow. And then a yellow card. Yep, yellow card, referee. Good job, man. Do your job for once. Now corner here for Toronto. Great save of the goalkeeper. Corner for Toronto. That could be goal. I thought that was goal number 3. I had no idea. Just got another corner here for Toronto. Where was that? 3 minutes of added time, by the way. And Toronto gets it right back. How ironic. Cross comes in. That's not going to reach anybody. And that's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to the second half of this game, folks. It's going to go on here. I couldn't even tell it was raining, to be honest with you. Some good stuff we've seen here in this episode, though, folks.
Oh, that doesn't look too good. Probably a pulled muscle.
And folks, don't remember to subscribe to Bill Vink off the game on YouTube for some more intense FIFA 17 action. Remember, folks, unfortunately we couldn't see the first game, which was Tigres versus Montreal Impact, but it did tell you the results. Tell you it again, that the Montreal Impact did defeat Tigres 1-0. So yeah, that's pretty much why they're at where they are now. So yeah.
player in the modern game, somebody that can play a part defensively, but retains the energy and the ingenuity really to make a problem for himself going forward.
And there we go, it's 2-1 Montreal. Can Montreal make the comeback and force Toronto to potentially play a sudden death game? How wild would that be? Crowd here not too happy about it, besides that one little small section of Montreal Impact fans. And we can't skip this for some reason. Like the game's not over though, folks. Crowd was just really unhappy about that.
Winning team to shut up shop, but I'm not sure they're capable of it.
Up we go again, 2-1. And it's been an hour of very good football here. We've still got 30 more minutes to go, and I'm sure we're going to enjoy that as well. Players limbering up to the away team, substitution in the offing. That passing is top class.
Top class passing, he says. That could have been another goal. How crazy would have that been? Corner here for Toronto.
Tries to punch it away.
Throw in here for Toronto.
Onto the attack now.
Goal number 3 for Toronto. Off the sick header right there. It's 3-0 Toronto FC against the Montreal Impact. Don't really know what to say to that at all. And right now, right now, no matter what happens here, Montreal Impact can get blown up by 30 goals. They will advance. Toronto FC, I'm pretty sure, is going to be advancing with them. So we're taking a look at the two teams that will be advancing to the Champions League with some very big names and with some very big clubs.
And in goes the cross. Goalkeeper will get this one, no problem.
It's been quite the great stuff we've seen here, folks. Unfortunately, again, the first match, Tigres versus Montreal Impact, was cut because of YouTube, so we kind of missed that. But Montreal Impact did defeat Tigres, so 1-0. So there you go for that. Goal number 4. Holy moly! And folks, definitely subscribe to Bill Vink off the game on YouTube, by the way. Right now, Toronto's just annihilating, and I mean absolutely destroying the Montreal Impact. Right now, the holy guacamole. 4-1 here. Goodness gracious. I thought that was another goal. I was like, well, that's quick. So 4-2. Looks like they're all going to have to be charging up for that one. Look at that one guy. On Turvo. Poor guy. Running all the way down there for that one.
Moving forward with some danger to the opposition now they're here. The time to be added on here is a minimum of 3 minutes.
A minimum of 3 minutes. Just a small shortage right there.
Bradley.
And that's into that one, folks. Goodness.
It would be a lot closer than this.
A great freaking game we saw here, folks. Absolutely great. Yeah, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Well decided, took the chances when they dropped up. Well, he's had a very good game, hasn't he?
It's been a phenomenal freaking game we just saw there, ladies and gentlemen. And the two teams that have advanced are the Montreal Impact and Toronto FC to the Champions League. And at Nagua, no, this is FIFA 17. But before I have to sign off here, let's go on with the recap here. As well, we've had some pretty awesome freaking games. By far, some impressive stuff. Some great stuff. And as you guys know, officially, that the Montreal Impact and Toronto FC are the two teams that will be advancing from Group I. They knocked out the United States team of NYCFC and the Mexican team of Tigres. These teams will advance with names such as FC, Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. So congrats to Toronto FC and Montreal Impact on advancing. And folks, as always, please do leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to Bill Vink off the Game on YouTube. We'll check out next time, folks. And as always, stay off the hook.